share with a friend who needs to upgrade her makeup base for a flawless makeup look like this. In 2023, there's no reason for your makeup to be looking busted. With this routine, I can guarantee that your makeup is going to come out looking flawless. Let me remind you guys that I have like 10 years experience in this makeup industry as a makeup artist. So I've tried it amongst my clients, myself, and it works. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Dodos. Do not leave without joining the family. Please smash the subscribe button down below to be part of the gang, and also do not forget to thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and let's jump right into it. First step to achieve a flawless base is your skin prep. I have done my skin prep already, but I'm gonna just touch on a couple of things just for the purpose of this video. I like to always exfoliate my skin on the days that I want my makeup to just look, and I do this like maybe 3 times a week, and this is the exfoliant that I use. I prefer this to physical exfoliation because it is less abrasive. So this will be the first thing that I would typically go in with, and it just helps to remove dull skin and reveal brighter, smoother skin. And under the conversation of skin prep, it's important for you to know your skin type, to know what kind of product you should be using on your skin. I have very dry skin, so I'm very big on hydration and plumpness. I use this serum on my face. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum, and I use that every time I apply makeup. It just gives such a flawless base to my makeup. I already did my eyebrows off camera because that's not the purpose of this video. If you want to see my brow routine, then leave a comment below. I'm going in with this stick sunscreen, whatever sunscreen of your choice. You want to make sure that your skin is well hydrated, well moisturized. When you have your skin like this, regardless of if you have oily skin or not, you cannot skip on your skin prep. The next thing to a flawless look is priming. I have a bunch of primers here to show you guys some of my favorite ones. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and this is the Fenty Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer. It's important to also know what your primers are made of. Is it water-based? Is it oil-based? Is it silicone-based? And with that, you can kind of determine what products would sit well with it. It's like, for instance, water and oil cannot mix. So if you use a primer that's water-based and then use a foundation that's oil-based, you're going to be in trouble. I'm just going to show you guys both of them, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. As you can see, I used the 2 primers on my hand. This is the Milk Makeup one. You can see that it has a nice shine to it, and it really grips your makeup. And this is the Fenty Soft Matte. It's very matte and it does what needs to be done. I'm going to be using the Fenty Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer, and I'm just going to apply that on my T-zone just because I do not really care for a shine there. And to be very honest, priming also helps your makeup last longer. I'm also going to apply that anywhere that I have laugh lines or fine lines. The next thing is foundation or color correcting. This is really the make or break. This is where things can go left. This is where things can go south. So you want to be very careful choosing the right foundation for your skin. The actual hack is using less foundation and more concealer. And you want to put the concealer on the exact areas that you need kind of like to cover. This is the House Labs concealer, and it's my exact shade or somewhat close to my exact shade. I use that to spot correct anywhere that I have hyperpigmentation or dark spots or anything like that, which is my other eye around here, and also here. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth with the steps. So we're going to put a pause on concealing first because I still need to give you guys some hacks when using concealer. The next step is your tools. You have no business using a dirty brush. If you want flawless makeup, your brushes have to be clean. So I'm just going to start blending my concealer. For flawless makeup, you want to make sure that you're just pushing it into your skin. You're not dragging, you're not swiping back and forth. If not, you could lift up your product and your makeup will start cracking in the areas and just pressing that in. Also knowing the kind of brush. There's a flat brush, there's a stippling brush. So a flat brush like this, you use it by pressing in like this, And a stippling brush that's like this, you use it by like swirling and buffing in. The next thing I would say that I swear by is underpainting. The underpainting technique is just amazing, and that is when you put all your cream products underneath first before going in with foundation. And this is just me bronzing. I'm just putting that around my face, anywhere that I need that warmth on my skin. I place it right there. I have been really loving this technique. The good thing about underpainting is if you make any mistakes, you can easily correct it because everything is going to be underneath your makeup anyway. And now because I'm working directly with the product on my skin, contouring, I don't have to warm the product at the back of my hands. But normally, if I was not doing underpainting, I will warm up the product at the back of my hands first. This is the Say Beauty Sun Melt bronzer in the shade Deep Bronze. For highlighting, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Sublime Concealer. This is my first time actually trying this concealer, so wish me luck. I got this from the Sephora sale. When you apply concealer, you need to kind of be aware of your problem areas. If you have fine lines or wrinkles under your eyes, or you have more mature skin, you want to be very careful when you apply concealer. The more concealer you apply, the heavier your makeup can look, or the cakey your makeup can look. I like to just put a bit of brightening concealer in here, and anywhere I'm going to highlight naturally. I let that sit for a while because letting your concealer sit gives more of like a full coverage. One of the things that I've noticed for me that's really helped my makeup look flawless is also setting my makeup in between before blending. I use the Cordially Beauty Elixir spray. I love it. Now I'm going in with a flat brush like this, and I'm just gonna start blending from my forehead, blending the concealer slowly. You want to be very patient for you to get that flawless look. I'm also going to blend the nose highlights because there was a time in my life where I would use beauty blenders or makeup sponges, and that is fine. I just feel like it takes away a lot of my product, and because I'm not heavy-handed with my application anyway, I feel like it just moves my eye makeup or my concealing. So I started using the brush, and this is the Real Technique 242 brush. Pat that in. I'm just blending my under eye right now in patting motion, and you can see that the excess product will naturally move to this corner, so you really don't have to pack on too much brightening concealer if that's not your vibe. And even if you want to go in with more concealer, just build. With makeup, you're going to be building more than one swipe to get that perfect look. Feel like you're heavy-handed or you've made any mistakes, then the beauty blender is going to be your best friend to help just kind of like move that product around. I want extra brightness under my eyes. I'm just going to go in with the hourglass right here. Now moving on to foundation. The kind of foundation you use matters. I'm using the Pat McGrath foundation. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Foundation. The best way to apply foundation is not directly to your skin. So now that I have my foundation here, I'm going to go into it with my brush. Sometimes I will do a patting motion. Sometimes I could also stipple, but you want to be very careful when you're stippling because, like I said, you could potentially move your makeup. This foundation literally glides on like butter. Did you guys see that? I'm now going to blend out the brighter concealer that I put in there earlier. You want to make sure you bring it to the sides of your nose. And this is because today I want that full glam, snatched makeup look. I'm going to apply a bit more here. And then the excess, I'm just going to put it here to reverse contour. Also, it's important that when you do your makeup, in front of good lighting. Natural light is preferred, but if not, just make sure that your lighting is good. Make sure that you turn to see how your makeup looks in different angles to make sure that it looks flawless from all angles and all sides. This is what we're looking like right now. We're now going to set our makeup, which is really important. For setting your makeup, you want to make sure that you're using the right powder. I'm using the Hourglass Veil powder. If you're someone that's you want something a bit more natural, then you can go with a fluffy brush that looks like this. If you want a bit more coverage, you can go in with a triangle sponge like this, or a makeup sponge like this. You want to make sure that your under eye has not creased. So you want to look up and make sure that there's no crease in there. Make sure that it's blended out before you set your makeup. Go into the product, tap off the excess, and lightly set like that. This gives a very natural but airbrushed. The biggest mistake that people do is they just go directly with the product without warming it up or taking off the excess, and they just put that directly under their eye. I'm doing the same thing for my forehead using a fluffy brush. Oh my goodness, I'm moving this powder to my everyday use because it's giving. Whoa! Now I'm going in with my triangle puff, and I'm just going to press that into the product. So you want to make sure to take off the excess products like this. At the back of your hands, warm it up, take it off, take it off. Slowly start pressing that in. You still get a lot of product, but it is very airbrushed. It's giving face app. Press that in. Be patient and just take your time. Look. I also take off the excess to also reverse contour. I'm going to also do this on my nose because I want my nose to kind of stand out, my nose highlight. I'm going to quickly do my eyeshadow off camera and we'll be back. I have finished my eye makeup off camera. It looks gorgeous. I'm going in with this pink powder just to dust off the excess product I have under my eyes. And you want to use a brush like this. I'm just using that to dust off and still press in while dusting off. I know it looks crazy, but stay with me. I'm going in with my blush, my cream blush now, and I'm not going to put it directly on my skin because I've already set my makeup, and that could just end in problems. So I'm just going to put that behind my hands, at the back of my hands. I'm going to use a beauty blender, rub that in like this, and this is a matte. Take the product like this and gently, woo, look at that pigment just coming through. Gently, I'm just going to push that into my skin, and the finishing touches like this just really help to give an overall flawless look. I'm going to do the same for the second cheek. Do not be afraid to go over your nose with your blush. These are one of the finishing touches that really help to make your makeup look extremely flawless. So go in with a powder, an all over face powder. This one is from Say Beauty, and you can just use that to blend the harsh lines, making sure that it's not visible. You must not see where anything starts or stops, so you want to make sure that you do a very seamless blend. I want the blush and the bronzer to be a bit more seamless, so I'm going in with some powder bronzer just to kind of like warm that in. House Labs, and it's the shade Grapefruit. I love this blush so much. It's new and I've used it like maybe twice. I am no longer afraid of blush. I can't believe that there was a time in my life where I didn't use blush. This is the base done. I'm going to do my lips and quickly come back. This is the final look. It looks flawless. It looks gorgeous. It looks like full glam. And I have not even set my makeup. So I'm going to use the airbrush setting spray. And this is just going to help merge it together. As you can see, I'm trying not to talk because I don't want any smile lines. So this is the final look. I hope you guys found the tips very helpful, and share with a friend who needs to upgrade her makeup base for a flawless makeup look like this. Let me know if you guys want to see more tutorials like this, and I'll be sure to bring them your way. I'm going to link all the products I use in the description box below, and I'll be sure to see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Trips that you plan for the next